This is a very important proposition that we're supporting, Proposition 55. In 2008, 2009 through 2012, the great state of California was in financial crisis, and we had to take some dramatic steps in Sacramento to make sure that we preserved the values about making sure that we raise children with world-class opportunities. In our classrooms, they were facing an extraordinary struggle because we had a nearly over $15 billion drop in state tax revenues with significant impacts throughout all communities in the state of California. As the state's chief fiscal officer then, as the state controller, I was doing everything I could to make sure that California did not go off the fiscal cliff. And some of the great actions that we had to take is we passed Proposition 30. I wanted to state about Proposition 30, promises made, but more importantly, promises kept. We brought about greater transparency. We brought about greater accountability. We wanted to keep that promise. When I went on and did those commercials with Governor Brown, I said, we're going to show that those monies are spent in the classroom. So I created Track Prop 30, which has all the school districts showing how much money actually goes into the classroom and what it's being spent on. This measure, Proposition 55, maintains that strong transparency and accountability that we had in Proposition 30 to make sure that the kids were getting the benefits for the increased tax revenues. In December of 2012, after the measure was passed in November, we were looking in California at about 188 school districts that were in negative or qualified certification, educating 3 million of over California's 6.25 million elementary school kids that year. So you had school districts that were under tremendous financial stress. The numbers today are below 30, so we made dramatic progress. But that doesn't mean we don't need Proposition 55, because we want to make sure that our kids get access to a world-class education. And when you think about it, if you impose any additional greater pressures, our kids aren't going to be able to compete in a global economy. And that's why this measure is absolutely critical. And then just as we go on going forward, we have long-term financial challenges for this state. So let's address these challenges and be smart by addressing them before the problems arise again. Let's make sure that we can bring long-term financial stability to the school districts, to the classrooms, to the principals, teachers, school employees, and most importantly, the kids and their parents, to make sure that they get and they can create communities where they believe in a better, prosperous future for not only their kids, but the communities around them. That's why I'm so excited about Proposition 55 and Proposition 58 and the great work that is transpiring.